Let's go for it. How are you, man? Pretty good.
I'm doing good. How about you?
Hanging in there, man. So where you from?
I'm from Calgary, Canada, a city close to Calgary, Canada.
Okay. You like it there?
Yeah, I like it there.
Yeah, yeah. What's your goals for 2023?
Um, my goals for 2023 would be to lose some weight, get more ripped, get more lean, um, get really good grades, hopefully get on the dean's list the next semester. Um, yeah, I have a lot of goals, but those are like the main two goals that I have right now.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to school for? You said talking about the dean list. What are you going to school for?
Going to school to try and become a doctor, a dermatologist.
Oh wow. What made you want to be a doctor?
Um, what made me want to be a doctor? Uh, Basically two things. So like the problem solving aspect and the fact that your problem solving is making a big impact to others. Because I like to analyze and solve problems, and if I can use that problems to help others, it's beneficial. That would be the main reason.
Okay. What do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see myself in residency
Mm-hmm.
to become a dermatologist.
So what does that look like for you?
Like, what does that look like?
Yeah.
Uh, hmm. Well, it just looks like okay. So we have 2 more years yet left, then four. Actually, in 10 years, I think I would be a dermatologist if everything goes as planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be my first year as a dermatologist. Hopefully, working in a private practice, not in a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it would look like.
Okay. So what really drew you to like dermatology, because there's a lot of
Um,
different specialties.
yeah. So originally, I wanted to be a neurosurgeon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started doing a lot of research about it around the age of 17. I started doing a lot of research about it, and I realized that the hours are crazy, right? They work on average 60 to 80 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I saw that and I was like, their work life balance seems to be really low. And personally, to me, it wouldn't make sense to work that hard to get a job not to only to not have time to spend that money or time to be with family, because I think that would be important to me in the future, the time that I spend with my family. So and then I also wanted like uh, another basically I just wanted to choose a specialty that was high paying but also lower work hours, so whatever job had that perfect balance was what I would choose, and that's how I got to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what year are you in college?
I'm in year 3.
Year three. So have you taken your orgos?
I'm taking my orgos right now.
Which one you in? Orgo one or orgo two?
Orgo one.
Oh man, that one was whew. Are you past like SN1, SN2 reactions yet or
Yeah, I'm at the drawing the arrows and stuff like that.
no? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bad so far.
Once it get past the SN1, SN2, it just starts moving fast, man. Then you get in like the redox
Wow,
reactions and triple bonds, double bonds, alcohols, hydroxyl groups, all that. It just starts like moving quick.
wow,
It was a fun
wow.
class. I enjoyed it, man. You like it?
Yeah, I love it. I
I
love
I,
it.
I hated Chem 2, Chem 1 and Chem 2, but I loved organic 1 and 2. Uh,
Um,
have
I
you
love all chem to be honest.
really?
Anything. Yeah.
I freaking hated stoichiometry, man. It was so annoying. So annoying. And I like that Orgo because of the pattern recognition. Very fun.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I like Orgo too.
Yeah. And it doesn't have anything to do with like a lot of it doesn't have anything to do with Chem 1 or 2. It's like
True.
It's a completely new thing. It's amazing. You taking biochem yet?
No, I have not taken biochem yet.
That one's a bitch. That one is. Learning all
Yeah,
the
I've heard a lot about it.
mechanics behind the human body and stuff like that. That one's tough. When are you planning to take your MCAT?
I'm planning to take it midway through my 4th year, around December of this year.
Yeah. Sucks to go back and dig up all that information.
Yeah, well, I'm slowly like, what my plan is to like every day take at least 15 minutes to study, just to kind of build up that knowledge whilst doing other classes, so that when I start it, it's not like I'm cramming. If that makes any sense. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's rough.
Yeah.
So, if you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
3 wishes. What would I wish for? To be successful. To have kind of sounds corny, just a happy family. And the third one. To be able to like pass my values on to my children so they can be successful in the future.
Okay. If you were on a team, what position you think you played?
What kind of team?
Like let's say you were running a business. What part of the team you think you would play?
If I was running a business, I would definitely like to be the leader, CEO. Yeah, I like being in control.
Yeah. What about being in the leadership do you like?
Just the fact that like I think mostly control, and second, like you get to be the one that makes the plans and be strategic. And also I feel like I've just performed better as a leader due to the pressure that you get.
Have you always been this way?
Yes, I've always been this way.
What do you think is something that holds you back?
Procrastination.
Why do you think you procrastinate?
Why do I think procrastinate? Well, most of my goals are school related, and procrastination obviously holds you back from doing the best that you possibly can. So yeah, that's why procrastination.
Okay. If you could be born in any time period, what would you like to be born? Present, past, future, anytime.
I think a time period either now or just no, I mean either the time period where like I was born, or whatever time period where it's the hardest to achieve goals and become successful, because I think it would feel better once you achieve them, because you went through a lot. Yeah, because like I feel like now it's a little bit easier to become successful nowadays, because with the online business, affiliative marketing, all that stuff on the internet, than it was back then, where you actually had to like grind, if that makes any sense. So yeah, probably that time period, whatever time period where it's hard to become successful.
If I fast forward your life to 100, what would be something you would be sad you missed out
on? Little fun events, like going out on amusement parks, skiing, stuff like that. It's not something that really excites me, but I feel like I'd be probably too focused on my goals too much that I miss out on those kind of stuff. If it makes any sense.
How do you learn something new?
How do I kind of I read it, repetition, memorize it, active recall. how do I learn something? I would say I'm a pretty quick learner. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't really know how exactly I learn it fast. Like I like learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it makes me learn things faster.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about you gives you the best ability to be a doctor? What's a skill that you think you have that makes you a good doctor?
Analytical skills and strategic thinking.
Mm-hmm. What about the caring part?
Yeah, I care, but I think the other two would be my best traits as a doctor. Because obviously, as a doctor, to become a doctor, you have to care to some degree. But I feel like those would be my best traits.
Mm-hmm. What got you into MBTI?
Um, so basically, one day I just saw personality test, took it. You know that 16 personalities
Mm-hmm.
thingy. I just took it, and I thought it was very interesting how you could simplify something extremely complex into 4 letters. So that's what really drew me into it. And then later on I started studying cognitive functions, and I just thought it was fascinating. Again, I thought it was fascinating how such a complex concept such as human personalities could be dumbed down to just 8 cognitive functions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could take anything from a movie, book, or uh, anything, what would you bring into reality? If you could bring anything,
Anything from a book into reality.
book, movie, TV, anything, book, movie, TV show.
Like something that's not real from
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Hmm. Something that's not real into reality.
Or I mean, it
Time
could also,
travel.
yeah.
Time travel.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Where you want to time travel, man?
Future.
Why the future? Where you want to time travel in the future for?
I would time travel in the future to see like what's happening, if there's anything I should watch out for, and then come back and prepare for that. Or just time travel to the past, look at mistakes that have been made. I feel like you can learn a lot of things from the past too, and then apply it to my life going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about authority?
I prefer authority. I don't mind if I don't have authority, but authority is definitely something I prefer.
Why do you prefer authority? Like, what do you mean?
Again, more control. I think I like to be in control. Makes me feel better, and also there's more pressure when you're in an authoritative position.
I think what Shelley's asking is, how do you feel about authorities, like people who have authority?
Like
Over
how do I feel about people who have authority?
Yeah,
Sometimes I can abide, like I can respect authority, and sometimes I can be very skeptical of authority. Like yeah. Did that answer?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what she's trying to get at. Like with me, I can't stand authority. I've always hated authority. I think authority. Usually they're a bunch of idiots. They don't know what they're doing. So
Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 with authority. I can
yeah,
be skeptical at times, and I could be like, okay, you seem competent, so
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
follow. I just judge them by their competency and then make a decision whether I like the authority or not.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Have you been in a situation where you didn't like authority?
Yes.
How'd that go?
How did that go? Not good. Elementary school. All the teachers elementary school.
Um,
So if you ever broke the law and went to jail, what would it be for, do you think?
Never broke the law. Went to killing someone.
Oh,
why that? That's a pretty strong one.
I can see myself getting very angry at someone for, maybe killing my family member or just taking away someone that I love dearly. And yeah, I can see myself, taking action. Yeah.
How do you feel about tradition?
I'm not a big tradition guy. Like with Christmas, turkey dinner, Thanksgiving, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. Yeah.
and why is that?
I've always asked myself that, but I've never thought of why. I don't think the traditions will ever appeal to me. I don't see them as fun, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
You don't see them as fun? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't see them as meaningful.
Meaningful? Gotcha. They're not meaningful to you.
Yeah, they're not meaningful to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you couldn't be a doctor, what would you want to be?
Lawyer, professor, or full-time entrepreneur.
Why you like entrepreneur?
Two reasons. The fact that if you are an entrepreneur, you get to be in control, you get to be the leader, more freedom, and also entrepreneurs where the money is at.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how you guys feeling?
Pretty good. Did you did you ask him where you see where he sees himself in 5 or 10 years, or some of those kinds of questions? Or?
Yeah, he wants to be a doctor, resident.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to be a resident.
How's your memory? Do you forget things often, or do you think you have a good memory about your life and things you experience?
Oh, things I experience, I would say yes, I have a very good memory. But sometimes I think that, and then other times I'm like, oh, I don't, because I start to remember things that I've forgotten. But my memory is really good when it comes to just stuff that I learned. But I think experiences, not as much. It's wishy-washy. Yeah.
Yeah. Shelly, how you feeling? Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Pretty good about.
All right.
Did you ask him what he wants to be remembered for?
What do you want to be remembered for?
Intelligent, caring, and successful. Those three things.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing to you?
Honestly, right now, the most important thing to me is success. I would say, just achieving my goal.
Okay.
And why is that?
Why is that? I think it will make me feel good about myself when the goals are achieved.
You feel good about myself. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason.
But where does that leave you though? Where does that end? Because it's you're so basically it sounds like you chase goals in order to feel good about yourself, but it just seems like it that it just never ends,
Yeah, and I've thought about that. I've sat down. I'm like, so when I achieve all my main goals, what's next? And my answer to that question was to create more goals to achieve. Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, because it's like once you reach the goal, you realize that you were actually the most happiest when you were trying to achieve the goal. So just always setting yourself an objectives is kind of how to keep myself happy and going. That's one thing I realized lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like sports?
Yeah, I love sports.
Were you ever good at sports or?
Yes, I was good at soccer. I was a good goalkeeper.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to do boxing, but I never took it seriously. I was decent at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Favorite basketball player, LeBron James.
Why LeBron?
Um, Greatest player of all time,
Oh
versatile.
God, you gonna jump Michael Jordan like that?
Definitely.
You're crazy.
Definitely. It's a harder era.
Harder era.
He faced more competition, way
What?
more Hall of Famers in the finals. 26 Hall of
What?
Famers he faced to 9.
Hey, you need to be drug tested, man. You need to be drug tested. You need to be drug tested.
Oh, he's making good points, man. I don't know.
I mean, you got some things, but it's I'm gonna roll with Michael Jordan.
That's all.
Never lost the finals. More MVP, more defensive player of the year. Only thing LeBron got is he came out of fucking high school. So he
Yeah.
stats more. He padded stats more.
But like it's a much harder era. It's a much harder era now.
I mean, they don't even play defense anymore, man. Back in the day, they had Jordan rules where they used to tackle Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but the skill level is just right. And I mean, LeBron is stronger than Jordan. So if they try to tackle LeBron, they wouldn't have been able to done. LeBron is much stronger than Jordan, right?
He's stronger than Jordan, but he'd be crying like you ain't never seen every play.
He wouldn't, because in this era you can get away with crying. With that era, you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. LeBron probably, but yeah. Hey, we got your personality type, man. So we all concluded on it. We kind of text each other throughout the session. What we noticed was that you were very direct. So you mean what you say what you mean, very specific, concise, and to the point. It's no extra information or whatnot. It's just there. Okay. So you're direct. So that eliminates 8 types. You can't be informed, right? Another thing you talked about is having control over everything and how much you will want to have control. And then on top of that, you always talked about outcomes, the end product. When you talk, especially when you got on here, you're like doctor residency, all that. You didn't talk about like the journey at all. You're just looking at the end product of everything, and you desperately want control over everything. That's why you say you like leadership positions. That's why you were kind of happy about the authority question, because you thought you would be authority, so you get a little bit more control. So yeah, that's the direct outcome, right? And you're all about achieving goals and being successful and whatnot. And that's the number one thing to you. Not achieving a goal or anything makes you kind of sad. So that shows that you're trying to get external things to make yourself feel good, which is a way of FI inferior coming out. That's TFI. So direct outcome, TFI, there's only 2 types. You could be ESTJ, ENTJ. You said a lot of SE type things like you. And some NI things, you know what you want, you know what the future is for yourself. You talked about that very clearly. So you're an ENTJ, man.
Thank you.
What did you have?
Like, what did I think I was?
Yeah.
I thought I was I knew I was an NT type.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was either an ENTP, ENTJ, or INTJ. Because with ENTP, what really made me think I was ENTP was I thought I had high NE, but I realized that could also be because I have a lot of ADHD. I have ADHD, and I did research, and a lot of people with ADHD often mistype as an NE DOM or an NP type. So I always had in the back of my mind that it could still be possible that I was an MP type, but my gut feeling was that I was an NJ, ENTJ type.
So ENTJs have any critic. So it actually can come out to be very strong. So you will see a lot of ENTJs, like someone like Ray Dalio. Will say he's an ENTP, but that's just his any critic being so well developed. The critic
Okay.
can come out a lot. Like you'll see with INTJs, TI will come out a lot. TI critic come out a lot if they're developed. Then you run into the INTJs that can't use TI to get out of a trash bag. But like yeah, so that's the reason why you probably thought maybe ENTP, but ENTPs are informative in language. They give a lot of extra content when they talk. They're also talking about the journey and whatnot. They're not so much like having control over things. Like you're like, bro, I need control. Like that's just me. You know, you seem to be a very modest person though. For ENTJ, you seem to be very modest and chill and collected, man.
Thank you.
A lot of us be trying to like take over the world, man.
I'm not really trying to take over the world. I wouldn't mind if I did, but I'm just trying to get to my bag.
So just trying to get to my bag.
Yeah.
You got any questions for us, man?
Have any questions? No, I don't have any questions.
Well, we have a self-development group. If you're already in it or not, I'm not sure. There's other ENTJs in there, me, Dion, Malcolm, Holden, and we'll just keep growing, man. Like to keep us updated on, how school's going.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
When I was your age, I kind of wanted to be a doctor too, and I was looking at the dermatology route. But so long, bro. So long.
Yeah. Actually, I do have a quick question. So like, how did you guys find out I was initiating? Like, for the longest time, I thought it's a possibility I could be responding. Like, what's your process of finding out?
Okay. So if someone is direct, right? So your language is direct, right? You can only be introverted or extroverted, right? And the introverted direct types don't talk about wanting control. Control, or they don't talk about the end product all the time. Like Shelly
journey focus
are gonna look at the journey to get to a set thing. They're not gonna talk about the end product. Like, oh, I want to be a resident. I want to do this. I want to do this. Like you're just looking at the end product. You're almost romanticizing the end product, and not get there. You're not talking about the how to. So with that being said, it's easy to tell that you're extrovert.
Oh, okay. But aren't INTPs direct and control?
I
oh no, they're informative and my bad. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have for now.
All right, man. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thomas, Shelley, you guys want to say anything? Good.
No, I don't think so, man. So yeah, like Mercer said, yeah, don't be afraid to reach out, and yeah, hopefully you join the group and you find it valuable for you. So
okay.
Thank you, man. It was a pleasure.
Nice to see you guys as well.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
You too.